Hey everyone. Hi. Hey, how you doing today? Welcome to the Patty Rose Show. I'm Patty Rose and I am on a mission to inspire, motivate, and empower you to live your best life and to build the business of your dreams. And that's because I actually have had dream come true moments in my life. So I believe that dreams can come true, and I love helping you make your own dreams come true in your life. So I'm super excited to have you here. I hope you can chat in the comments. Let me know who you are, where you're from, and so we can get started. I've got some super fun announcements and amazing topics for you today. So stay tuned because this is a brand new series. I'm going to tell you about that. I have a super amazing guest. I don't know if you can tell that I'm really high vibe today. I'm very excited about having my guest and very dear friend on the Patty Rose Show as my very first guest. So, first of all, last month we did the empowerment series. We talked about discouragement and confidence. We talked about consistency and perseverance. We also talked about how to put action behind your ideas. For the multi-passionate creative who has a lot of ideas, it's really important to keep the focus and keep the action. And then the last thing we talked about the last week of the series was what I call internal follow-through. How you can continually make this a practice for yourself, how you can continually show up for yourself in your business and your life in a way that is aligned for you, that brings you joy. But the way to do that, surprisingly, is very often, or maybe not surprisingly, but is very often in your wellness habits, your wellness, let's say, life hacks, right? The things you do to take care of yourself, mind, body, heart, soul. So we're going to talk about that today. I'm just going to check in and make sure I got everything working here okay, and make sure we got some sound going and all that good stuff. Can you just let me know if you can hear me, guys? Helen says, I'm excited to see your show. Thank you. I'm excited as well, and that makes me think that you can hear us. Great. So without further ado, I'm going to bring in my guest and introduce to you the amazing Geralyn Coopersmith, who I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. Geralyn has been in the business of fitness for over 20 years. She has created and developed cutting-edge fitness programs and led teams for top brands like Nike and Equinox and Flywheel, names that you would know. And she most recently became the head of programming and the head of talent and programming. Sorry, I knew I was forgetting a word there and I wasn't going to let it happen. The head of talent and programming for Form Life and in-home fitness technology. So she's now able to help bring all those cutting-edge fitness programs to you in your home. Geralyn has a master's degree in exercise physiology from Columbia and so many amazing certifications, one of them being strength and conditioning coach. And she's also an author. She's an author of her book, Fit and Female, which totally makes her the perfect guest for today's topic. And her Fit and Female book was the perfect fitness and nutrition game plan for your unique body. So we're going to talk a lot about that. And hearing some outside disturbance noise, so just let me know if that's a big issue and I will fix it. Thanks. Hi, Geralyn. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you.
Hey, it's so good to be here.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm really so happy to see you, your lovely face. And, you know, we've been on this path together for so long, right? We've been we met in the fitness industry at Equinox and all those years ago. And it's just so wonderful that we can still share this now. So, can you tell us a little bit of what brought you into the fitness industry and what was the thing that got you motivated in exercise physiology?
Yeah. So out of college, my undergraduate degree is in psychology, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And as you know, I'm passionate about psychology, so I've ended up weaving it into so much of my life anyway. It's always been like something I geek out on. But I got out of college. I really didn't know what I wanted to do, and so it seemed like a good idea to get a job in advertising. And I was in the advertising world, the public relations and advertising world, for about 4 years, and I really hated it almost from the get-go. There was nothing about it that I found fulfilling, and it felt kind of disingenuous to me as a person. So I got to a place where I thought I have to start making some changes. And I read that book that many of you may have heard of called Do What You Love, the Money Will Follow. And I took that message to heart, that idea that if you're passionate about something, you love doing something, find a way to get paid for it, because then you're going to really have a much happier life and a much more fulfilling life and career. So that's how I ended up getting into the business. At that point, I had just started exercising actually in college. I was not a fitness person prior to that. I was an aspiring person to an aspiring dancer, but my parents took me out of dance class because it interfered with things that they thought were more important, like piano and religious school. So I would beg to differ, but that's how it ended up. And I ended up in getting into fitness in my freshman year of college and just loving it and thinking, how do you get paid for this? Because this was now 5 years into loving that kind of a thing, and it's been amazing. And here I am today, this many years later, still loving what I do and so grateful for the change I made.
I love that. What a great story, and I love that you followed your passion. But sometimes it takes being in something that you don't like to kind of understand or to course correct, right? And so in that, when those times come up, is there your favorite role models that you follow or books that you go to really get grounded and to redirect yourself or your energy so that you can be in your passionate state?
I mean, so many. I'm a total self-help geek, as you know. I nerd out on this
Yes.
stuff. I'm constantly reading multiple things and hungry for more. That book that I read at the time, Do What You Love, the Money Will Follow, and another book called Wishcraft, Wish Craft, were books that really changed my life in that quarter life crisis that I was in. But I've had so many other books that I've read along the way and continue to get more information on just the importance of following your passion. And even this book I'm listening to now called Happy Money, where you just didn't see that one coming. It's the same message when you get into it. This guy, Ken Honda, is talking about the fact that part of happy money and abundance in life is loving what you do. And he thinks of it as the prerequisite toward a healthy relationship with abundance. Like, first and foremost, you have to feel good about what you're doing and putting out in the world, and you have to really be passionate about it and love it. So the more I read, the more I see, the more I explore, the more I hear the same message over and over again in different ways, which is good because I love the message.
That's a great message. And I'm curious if you think that the mind body connection comes into play there, right? The mind body connection, because we're